Right, hello everyone, we are back in Ep.13, and as you can see here by the shitstorm that we have in front of us, we still have 43 minutes of Storm Ciara to deal with, and we have over 100 incidents on the table now. So most of our resources are currently still committed at things, including this gas explosion. So we're only needing 2 fire appliances. So that one's that one's going to be within 20 minutes, and that one's going to be 20 minutes, so we'll get that on the way. So basically with 100 incidents, 100 plus incidents, we are going to have to prioritize what we need to do. So we've got some units that are responding from various places down south, others are traveling up to hospital. Basically things are going on every which place. Some units are going to be freeing up, so let's take stock of what we have. The only priority 3 job that we've got at the minute is the gas explosion, which is correct. So that's fine. So we've now got this one going to be fully dealt with. So by the end of this episode, hopefully this major hog of resources is going to be completely sorted. But as you can see, I mean, this is the cluster F that we're dealing with here, and there's quite a lot of level 2 incidents all the way around the country, which we are going to need to deal with. In fact, I was beginning to wonder if it possibly crossed into England, but no, our box stops at Hoyk, so that's fine. Okay, right, so let's have a look at this. What's happening here? Okay, let's get somebody on to deal with this before they get completely tied up, because that should hopefully get done soon. Anyway, so we'll start things off in the emergency section, where we've got a large fight with a bunch of casualties. So what I might do here is I might back alarm the sort units off of this job here, because they're no longer needed. So we're going to look at sort. Let's just double check there's none up there. There's not. So SAS, sort, yes, you away, you away, you away, PRU. Here is all of the sort units. So we've got sort and NRRD, which is the same thing basically, and we'll get that one back alarmed as well. So let's make sure there's nothing missing from this. No, okay, so we're still waiting on 2 pumps, so that's fine. So we've basically cleared those units, and we've got a large fight to deal with. So we're going to basically mobilise what we can from London Road Police Station in Glasgow, which is going to be a Ford Transit, a Ford Focus, and that's all we've got nearby. So we'll just have to get the 5 units that we need coming in from there. We're going to get specialist set of Sort West. They're going to mobilise out here, but we still need 3 more ambulances on top of that. So we are going to grab them, and that should hopefully be enough to deal with this major fight. We've got a urinary tract infection, which is fine. So I'm just double checking here if we've got any other level 2s, which we don't. So this one is actually quite serious here, and this is an office building fire, which is going to tie up many of our units once again. So again, there's lots of risks. So that star indicates that it's asking us to send a special operations response team. So we're going to mobilize Sort East this time. We've used West and Glasgow. So we're going to mobilize our second team, which is Sort East. And we're going to mobilise them with 2 police units, one from Gayfield Square and one from St Leonard's. We need 6 pumps. Command support, 2 height, breathing. Okay, fine, right. I'm just trying to think of what we need. Okay. So we need 6 pumps, and the nearest one is going to be, yeah. So KO2, KO3, KO1, KO7, and KO4 is basically what we need. So KO2, P1, and P2 are available, but the officer is not. Is Alpha 1 available? KO2 Alpha? No, Alpha 1's committed. Okay. So we've got 2 pumps. KO3 P1 is not available. KO4 P1 is not available. KO1 P1, but the height appliances, so that's one of the height appliances sorted. So let's look to the next nearest. So we've got KO5. So we'll commit that pump for 3. So we still need 3 more pumps. So KO7, so KO7 A1, we need a second height appliance, so we've got it. P1 and P2, so we still need 1 more pump. We're also going to need an officer. And we need a command unit as well, but we don't have any left. So we're going to have to look into West Lothian here. So where is the West Lothian command unit? So we look to Bo'ness, and there's a command unit available here. So we'll get that one. That'll help with that. Is K20 available? K20 is committed. KO7, they're committed. So I'm looking for a pump near Edinburgh. So JO1 P1 is available, but JO2 P1, which is Musselburgh, is closer. So we'll get that mobilised. I need 2 additional ambulances. So I'm going to go into Edinburgh, and we're looking for 3306 and 3327 are available, so that'll help us with that. We need BA kits. So KO7 Sierra 1 is what I'm looking for, but it's committed. So shit, no, I know it's committed. BA's committed. Oh shit. I do have one available, but I'm not sure where. KO2 S1. Oh, I've got the van in the wrong place. Okay, that's why I can't find it. So I've got the breathing air support van in the wrong place. Terrific. Okay, fine. So that's fine. So we'll get that mobilised. And we need a heavy rescue unit. So let's go back to the fire crab. Bleh! God, the video started and I already can't speak. So looking for KO6 Romeo 1, which is committed. KO4 Romeo 1 is also committed. Bugger. So we'll just grab the nearest available heavy rescue unit. It's going to take me too long to find it. And we'll get all of these resources committed. And that should be that. Actually, that's a quite high risk one. So let's deal with this while we've got the resources. So we'll grab a pump, a set of water rescue units. It doesn't show me where it is actually, so that's not great. But there's a life at stake. So we're going to grab ambulance, water rescue, and firefighters. Everything else is priority 1 in the emergency side. Let's clear this, because the more jobs we can clear, the more units we're going to have available, which is what we want, unfortunately. As I spoke about in the last episode, so I know it's been some time since the last episode was shown, but I'm recording this on the same day, because you only get 3 hours for a storm. So I'm recording part 2 on the same day as I recorded part 1. And as I said in the last episode, there is high demand of Lichtstellenspiel at the moment, and the servers are struggling to cope, which isn't great. So we might be able to sort that. Okay. We're going to deal with everything at level 2 here. We need a lot of doctors, actually. Okay. So we're just basically having to scroll down for anything that's level 2, because that requires a major response. This is level 2. Crash involving a heavy goods vehicle. So what we're going to look for is the police. This is well outside of town, so I'm going to use this menu. So we've only got units from Edinburgh on the east coast. Yikes. We're going to get 3 pumps, 1 heavy rescue unit, and 1 officer. They're all going to mobilise to the scene of this. Flooded streets, not anything I have to worry about. There's this one, which is in Fife. So there's 2 casualties here, so I'm going to send the 2 closest ambulances. Going to send 2 closest police units. And once again, we need 3 pumps, an officer, and a heavy rescue. And I'm not sure that heavy rescue went through... No, it didn't. Okay. Oh, did it? What's that? No, yeah, so that's the officer. But we need heavy rescue. So we're now going to mobilize them to this. So this is an RTC. Okay. Burning roof. Is there any others? Yep. Yeah, okay. So there's a few others that we need to worry about. Quite a few others, actually, that we need to worry about. So, okay. Let's see what we can commit our units to here. So we need 2 ambulances. Collision investigations available. Let's get that going down to that, and we'll grab. Actually, let's grab that because it's part of roads policing unit. So, oh, actually, no, this isn't a crash. This is the one that's not a crash. So we'll get 2 ordinary incident response vehicles. We've got 2 patients here, which we've got ambulances coming for. Question mark. Why are they so far down? Okay. We're going to grab the nearest available paramedic. Don't have a command support unit available. Don't have a heavy rescue unit available, but I don't think I need one. It's a roof fire, so I'm probably going to need an ALP. The nearest of which is going to be Dunfermline's ARP. So let's look at Dunfermline, which is Dunfermline. N01 Delta 1 is available, so we'll mobilize that. And we need 4 more. Where is it? EH46. So it's going to be out in the countryside. So we'll get Galashiels retained, Pennycook retained, Galashiels primary, and Sterling's pump, which is apparently down in the area. So we'll get them mobilised, and that's all we can commit at the moment because we don't have any fire officers available. So, okay, look at this list. Okay, it's been a very long time since I've done. We're now up to 96 calls. Oh my giddy goose. Yikers. So we're now at the point, this would be like where you have what's, some people call it like situation purple, some people call it, you know, they have it as emergency disconnect. And basically what it is when you have so many calls come in, then other than in the absolute kind of immediate defense of life, i.e. you're giving CPR instructions, everyone else immediately hangs up a 999 call. Ordinarily what happens when you phone the 999 in the UK is that they will stay on the line with you for as long as possible until the emergency services to arrive, as long as it's appropriate to do so. But in cases where it gets too busy, you can be on hold for 999. I've been in a situation where I've phoned 999 and what happens is there's 999 operators who then pass you on to the service that you need, and they stay on the line with you just to constantly reassure you that someone's there. But you know, they're like, I'm so sorry this is taking so long. You know, 4 minutes on hold for 999 can be very scary if you've got somebody's life in the balance. And it has happened before. Oh God. So this hang on, I'm going to investigate this. So the office building fire, yeah, that's fine. Okay, we've got SART coming to that, so we okay, that's fine. We don't need to worry about that. So let's crack on and deal with this. So we had in our sights a roof fire here. So we've got 1 casualty. So I know our protocol is to send 2 ambulances to this, but I want to try and get away with the minimum possible resources. So we're just going to send what we need. So we've got 1 ALP. No more pumps. Yikes. Okay. Alright, cool. So we're now in the kind of opposite situation where we had last time, where ambulance or where police were fully committed, and yeah, now the fire service are absolutely balls to the wall fully committed, mostly because of this bloody great gas explosion that we've got over here, where we've still got a couple of pumps that are now 6 minutes away. So once that's dealt with, they've already halfway dealt with this incident, but it's still going to be, look at that, we've got 130 firefighters plus 2 pumps on the way. Yikers. Yeah, we're going to clear, actually no, I shouldn't have done that. And I'll tell you why I shouldn't have done that, because if those guys are down in the countryside, if units are travelling not on blue lights, they do travel slower because they have to deal with traffic lights. They can't just blaze through them. So in the game, that's represented as about, what, 2/3 movement speed, maybe half movement speed. I can't quite tell exactly how much of a speed deficit you get by not running on blue lights. So actually, what can be a good tactic is, even if you've got enough units at an emergency, you can send a unit that's down here up to this unit on an emergency, so that it gets back to where it needs to be quicker, even though that call is going to be dealt with without that unit's arrival. That unit is traveling back to where it needs to be on blue lights, which can be quite helpful. Okay, so we've sent everything we can to this one. So we're going to explore the other priority 2s. So that's a vehicle crash, we've got that one dealt with. That's a burning house, we've got that one dealt with. Okay, we've got another burning roof over here, so we'll send 2 paramedics, 2 ambulances, 1 paramedic, and 2 police vehicles, which I don't have. Oh god, we just started this video and we're already fully committed. Ooh, that's a yikes. And the fire service are just going to have to get here when they can. That's a high casualty priority 1, so we might manually upgrade this to priority 2. Don't have any fire appliances, so we're gonna have to send West End. Okay, yeah, I mean, for the sake of a couple. So we're gonna send collision investigation over here and 3 ambulance. Fuck, I don't have 3 ambulances. Yikes. Okay, we're gonna send 1 ambulance. We're now going to have to drop down into urgent tier just to provide somebody to provide first aid. So Livingston has an urgent tier ambulance, so we're going to provide that. We're going to get a priority response unit here. And Prestwick Coast Guard helicopter is available, so I'm actually just going to use it. Yeah, I'm going to make use of it because it's in the area, in order to get life-saving care where we need it. It may or may not be needed, but I'd rather put something there and it not be needed than not have something there. This is a priority 2. So again, 1 ambulance. What else do I have? We've got a paramedic, we'll get them going. And I have a... Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is all I have. So we'll send what I have here. Tree on a car. Urgent tier. We'll have to send the cell van because it's all I have. I'm not dealing with the highest priority ones. Hang on. Okay. So, God, please not let there be. Oh no. Okay. So I've got 2 more. 2 more, 3 more, 4 more, and another one which I'm probably going to manually upgrade. And out of all of them, out of the ones that are priority 2, they're not high casualty things, so I'm actually going to prioritize this one first because it's got 3 casualties. I don't have enough resources for this, so I'm going to pull an air ambulance down. I'm going to get a PRU out. I'm going to grab 1 to... so that's all I have. RPU's committed, so I'm going to get roads policing motorbike out, a motocross bike, because again, that's all I have. I've got 1 cell van, my last one, and I don't have any fire units to commit, this is all proving to be a bite of a disaster. So I'm really fully committed, and we're now struggling to... deal with units. We've basically got 100. We're now at 100. Oh god! So we now have 102 calls waiting for any kind of emergency response, and we've just done at least a dozen there that do not have enough of a response to be able to deal with that. So thankfully this pump is about to arrive on scene. L4P1 is going somewhere else. Okay, fine. So, oh, L4P1's coming here, right? That's fine. Yeah, okay. So L4P1 will finally get this one ticking once this gas explosion here is tying up 20 fire appliances. So once this incident clears, and it will take a while, it won't be straight away. What's this one requesting LNA? It's the Bureau brand again. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. We can, yeah, that's, I'm happy with that. Okay. We've got enough resources going to that, that's fine. You're waiting for 3 police vehicles, so you've got JL11 and GK21 responding. What else is coming? You've got one from Dalkeith. I don't see it. Is it coming from a different direction? I mean, it says it's coming, but yeah, okay, fine. Right. So the last pump that we need is about to come into the gas explosion. And the one thing I have to admit that I don't like about this game is the fact that, like, fires will never ever get dealt with unless you have enough units in place, which is actually not true. It's true that they'll kind of, like, spiral for a bit, but I mean, it is a perfectly valid tactic for the fire brigade to turn up to a fire, and they take one look at it and they're like, actually, do you know what, this fire is too big for us to deal with, let's stand back and just let it burn itself out. That's a perfectly valid tactic for the firefighters to use, but that would never happen in this game because you have to have enough units on scene, and it's one of the kind of, you have to deal with it because of the game, but it's not really realistic. Of course, it doesn't work in every situation because obviously, like, if a fire happens in a block of flats, it's going to spread out of control long before it dies down. So there's an escalation element to think of, but in some occasions it is perfectly possible. Like I got asked this question by one of my viewers, and I actually did ask the firefighters about it. And what they said was, let's say a locomotive is travelling on its own, gets halfway across the 4th road bridge and catches fire. There's no car access to the 4th road bridge. How do you put the fire out? And I put this question to an officer at the Scottish Fire and Rescue Service, and the exact answer is they wouldn't touch it. They would take all available steps, including getting rescue teams onto the bridge to make sure that the driver, or if it was a passenger train, you know, anybody who's within the vicinity of the train, who was on the train, is rescued and is out of harm's way, and then they would back off, get as far away as possible, and just let it burn itself out. They are not going to be able to get the resources to that point to contain the bridge, so to contain the fire. So again, it's a perfectly valid option to just let it burn itself out, and that's something that doesn't happen. Anyway, we've now got enough resources on scene, so this incident's going to clear in 4 minutes, which actually isn't bad. We've got a road traffic collision here that needs a fire appliance. There is a spare pump available. Oh, that's an option. It's Broxburns. Where is this pump? Let's have a look at where it is. Or what's it doing? So it's at a car crash as well. Okay. You're waiting on 3 police vehicles who are just arriving. So that's fine. We're not dealing with that because it's not an emergency. We're not dealing with that because it's not an emergency. The office fire is coming along nicely. So our sort units that carry Polaris vehicles, I guess they weren't really needed, but they're there anyway. So we're waiting on 1 command unit, which actually kind of isn't required, but I don't have any officers, so that's kind of going to be required. 2 height appliances, so we've got 2 turntable ladders, and oh, actually I can back alarm this. Actually no. Yeah, okay. Okay, we won't. Okay. that one's fine. Good. Person in the water. Come on, scroll down. Jesus Christ. So an ambulance is about to arrive. We need an officer and 2 pumps. So if I do 1, oh God, we need that fire to be dealt with. Okay, what we are gonna do, however, come on, right. So what we are going to do here is we are going to do what I just about said. So 18 minutes away, we're going to back alarm that officer, which then frees him up to come and attend this person who's in the water and struggling. And then after that, all we need is 1 more pump. And then we're going to be able to deal with this one. Let's have a look at what else we've got, because we do have some ambulances that we can deal with things. So that's chest pain. Breach of the peace. I don't have the resources to deal with that. Child locked inside car. Let's go get the ambulance. Let's go get the police dogs to tan that. Garage underwater. I don't care about. Nobody's at any risk there. Okay, let's see what else we've got. So this is another garage underwater. A kitchen fire. I don't have any resources to deal with that. Landslide. That's not good. I don't have any resources to deal with that. All my resources are in Glasgow. Got a swimming accident. Somebody's been trying to swim in a loch and it's not gone well. And I ran out of ambulances. Perfect! Kill! Happy days! Okay, right. Now you require... what is this the same... Is this a Bureau brand again? No, okay. This isn't. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, we know what this requires because we're already sending doctors and things. So that's acceptable. We've got another ambulance, so let's get that sent across because we're kind of struggling for units at the minute. Now up to 109, so Storm's still got just over 15 minutes to go, and we're now at 108 calls waiting. Is that right? 100? No, 10, 16. Yeah, okay, so 100. And 8 calls waiting. 130 calls in total. So we're trying to prioritize the best we can. So we best have a look and see what is coming in here. So there's a field fire. Oh, it's a grass fire at a school. I don't have resources to deal with that, but it's close to building, so I will have to deal with it as soon as I've got the resources. So that's fine from here. Let's head down to see if any high priority calls have come on in. Actually, there's quite a few low priority calls coming in, but not many high priority calls. So that's fine. I'm starting to get a lot of things clearing, which is good. Which is really good. So what I've got here is Sort West Coast have cleared. So that's that fight from that's cleared. So I'm now going to have a considerable amount of police and ambulance units. I've now got some fire units clearing. So this is the gas explosion. The gas explosion is now done and dealt with. So there's now an explosion of available units. Cool. Happy days. Right. Okay. We are back in business. Right. You look like you've got somebody who needs to be transferred to hospital. Apparently not. Okay, I think this is kind of cracked in itself a little bit. So I'm just going to control F5, which will reset our menus. And just while everything clears itself, I'm just going to take a quick break. Oh, hi, so we're back. So yes, we've had a few more units clear, which is good. So I'm going to revisit the stuff that we have in progress, just because I want to be able to. Okay, so yeah. I'm going to do something a bit improper here. So I've got no incidents in progress at Edinburgh Airport, and I've still got 4 fire appliances available, so I can actually afford to take an appliance from Edinburgh Airport and send it away from the airport. This would probably never happen in real life, but I've still got 4 Panthers available at the airport if they're needed. So that at least lets me get that one cleared. Person in the water needs an officer and 2 fire appliances. So I've got an officer and 1 fire appliance. So actually, let's just get Falkirk's pump over. It's slightly further away, but at least it gets it back to the area it needs to be in. We've got 1. Do I have a closer ambulance? I do have a closer ambulance, so we're going to mobilise Preston Pan's ambulance, and we're going to back alarm the one that's coming up from Gala Shields. If you can hear a slight jingling going on outside, it's the ice cream van. Didn't make an appearance yesterday because everything was getting blown about sideways with Storm Ciara, but yeah, here we are. So heart problem, was this the one we were just dealing with? Yes, it was. Okay, so that's now going to be 6 minutes instead of half an hour. So that's fine. Child locked inside car. We were sending the police dogs, which are half an hour away. Where the fuck is it? It's Paisley, that's why. But there is going to be a closer police vehicle available, so we're going to mobilise that. And that's 40 minutes away, so we're just going to back alarm the police dogs. That frees them up to do whatever. Okay. Swimming accident, has an ambulance en route. Is it the closest ambulance? It's Preston Pans, but it's 23 minutes away. So if we go to ambulance, so the closest one is 5 minutes away, which is better. So we're going to mobilise that, and we're going to back alarm the one 23 minutes away. That frees that up for any other incidents. Swimming accident, was there any others that we were dealing with here? That's a heart attack. I actually want this one dealt with quite quickly. So we're going to send the nearest available paramedic and the nearest available ambulance, and we'll get that one dealt with because we want that one dealt with. That's priority 2. I think I have resources to deal with this now, so I am going to commit to this. Let's see what's available. Right, let's try and rush some of Edinburgh's. So they're all 63 kilometers away. Let's try and rush some of Edinburgh's units back here. There's no Edinburgh units at this call. And there's KO6. So there's KO6, K20. Is there any other Ks? No. KO3. Yeah, okay. So they're... Let's get them coming back here. And we actually need one more, it's saying. So let's get Bowness Pump, because that's the closest task. Is there a Juliet? No, there's no Juliet. Okay, so let's get them going. So there's enough water going. That's fine. Another heart attack. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So I think that's it for the ones that are coming in as normal incidents. I'm gonna back alarm everything for this. I've got too many units of this. I've got too many incidents going on to commit to a prisoner transport. The prisoner can stay with fuck they are, I don't care. Okay, so we've got a tree on overhead lines. Oh, this is the one that was broken before. Anyway, so let's just 1, 2, 3 needs an officer and heavy rescue unit. So we've got 3 pumps and a heavy rescue unit are going to come over to this, as well as an officer. They're nearby, so that's fine. This road traffic collision needs... Okay, I'm going to back alarm this because it's not needed. But I do need a heavy rescue unit. I do have one available. Where is it? It doesn't tell me. Perfect. Heavy rescue from New Craig Hall. 28 minutes away. Yikes. But I need to get these incidents cleared. Tree on overhead line. So I've got these 2 coming. I need an officer, and that's my last officer. And I need another heavy rescue unit, which I actually don't have, which isn't great. Okay. So we're now out of heavy rescue units, which is unfortunate because we need a lot of them. You need a doctor. They're a doctor in the German version, but in the UK we don't quite have the same thing. We do to an extent, but in Europe, particular, I'm actually not sure what the situation's like in Germany itself. To be perfectly honest with you, but I know in the ambulance service, for example, they do have technicians and paramedics, but almost every like major ambulance has a nurse in it as well. Like, so, you know, 3 years of medical training, whereas a paramedic has, in the UK, tends to have on-the-job experience plus, you know, a good few months of intensive training in paramedic courses. So they've got nurses and actual doctors. So the medical standard that they tend to use in Europe tends to be a bit higher than what we use in Europe. That sounds really offensive. That's not what I mean. But like when it says doctors, you know, it means a doctor. But in the UK equivalent would be like an advanced paramedic, a paramedic advanced responder, that kind of thing. So anyway. Should shut up before I get myself in more trouble. So we need an ambulance and one... Is Kale... No, of course it's not. That would be too easy, wouldn't it? Right, so we need one pump, so that's fine. We're going to get that one mobilised. Okay, so we're on the next one where we need 2 doctors. So 2 doctors, that's the last of my doctors. 1 police unit and heavy rescue unit, which we don't have available. Okay. This RTC needs a paramedic, so we're now into the paramedic bikes, and it also needs a fire pump. That's fine. This, okay, I think we can back alarm this safely. You need a pump and a heavy rescue unit, which we don't have. You need a heavy rescue unit, which we don't have. Damaged roof needs a height appliance and rope rescue. Yikes. Okay, so let's get rope rescue on the go. I do have a height appliance actually. Let's get that going. So we're going to get a height appliance going. And I'm actually going to... It's a damaged roof, so it's at risk of collapse, but it's not at any significant risk of kind of... immediate risk of fire and things, so there's no point in me having the pump here when I'm sending an ARP, which is a combination pump and height appliance. So I'm going to back alarm one of the pumps that's on site, which frees it up to deal with other emergencies should we need them. And let's keep going through the list. You need an officer. Now where are you though? This is the thing. You're KY, so you're in Fife. So what I'm questioning here... No, it's half an... No, okay, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to leave that one as it is. We're going to back alarm this. We should have a fire appliance closer than the one that's there. We do. That one that we've just backed up, that we've just allowed to go free. It's not necessarily closer, but it's free now, whereas the one that we did have going to this was already committed to a job. Come on! Fucking let's go! Okay. We didn't send anyone to this, so that's us kind of done that. Yeah, so that's that one. Okay. So if we go here to the roof fire, so the emergency ambulance is just arriving. We've got 2 police units which are required. We need 4 pumps. Again, we've got... Yeah, we'll leave one at Cumbernauld Airport, but that's not going to be active because it's still the storm. So we'll send one from there, one from there, one from there, and we need one more, so we'll send Larbert. We're at risk of running out of stuff. Again, perfect. We need an officer, which we don't have available. Actually, where was that? This is in Dumble. Oh, it's in Dunblane. Okay, so that's miles away as well. So getting an officer there is going to be an absolute nightmare. Okay, so we've got 2 police cars coming. That's fine. We do need a rapid responder, so we're going to get them on the go, and then that should be that one dealt with, which is good. We didn't send anybody to this call, so that's fine. crashed light goods vehicle. Light goods vehicle. So it's got an incident support unit coming. So that's fine. That'll cover that one. It's got an officer coming, so that covers that, and it's got a pump coming, which covers that. But what we do need is an environmental support pod, which we will mobilize if that's up north. That's probably going to be, yep, Dunfermline's 1, so that's going to go. We didn't send anybody to this, but there's no casualties, so I'm cool with that. We've got a roof fire down south. I assume that's those 2 ambulances. Yep. So 1 pump, which is about to arrive, and another pump, which is about to arrive. No officer. That's fine. So let's keep going down. We've got 2 ambulances waiting to take people to hospital. So let's try and clear these incidents as much as we can. So your closest hospital is Glasgow Royal Infirmary, a half-hour's drive away. Terrific. And the Royal Infirmary of Edinburgh, also a half-hour's drive away. Also perfect. Great. Okay. You've got 1 police and 1 ambulance coming. I'm not sure if the ambulance is needed. We need an ARP and 1... Okay, we need more pumps than that, but that's all we've got. So we're now once again fully committed. Terrific. So let's just have a look. We're now at the point... Oh, actually, hang on. Have you got ambulances coming to you? What have you got? You've got 2 ambulances. You do need another ambulance. 1 police. That's kind of all we've got. Okay. Fine. Okay. You've got 2 police coming. You do need an ambulance, and I don't have anything else to be able to send. And you need 1 fire. I don't think this urgent tier 1's going to be needed. Actually, it might be needed, to be honest. Okay, fine. Just trying to look for anything else. Got another roof fire. Let's get units mobilized to this. That's my last 2 of those. 1 of these, and I don't have anything else, so let's go. Okay, let's ignore that. Okay, fine. RTC. Let's get a couple of cell vans going on to this. We do actually have roads policing units, but it's going to take a while for them to get there. Okay. Okay. I saw another one. Okay, this one does actually need an ambulance, so we're going to get an ambulance. Collision investigation. Okay, we'll grab as much of that as we can. And again, I still have no fire units that I'm able to commit to the scene. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Okay. Okay, I'm just looking for any other priority 2s, which unfortunately I do still have. So I'm starting to run out of units. Emergency ambulance, we'll get them going because there's a patient there. So it should be noted, by the way, that I did actually set the incidents occurring for the storm to be as low as they physically can, and we're still up to we're now up to 125. So there's 125 plus 18, so there's 143 calls in total we're trying to deal with, and at the moment I'm only touching either stuff that's priority 2 or priority 1, but there's lots of casualties. So we'll grab 1, 2, 3, 1 priority response unit. I don't have any police to send. I do have the British Transport Police, but they're miles out the way. Oh, giddy goose. Come on! Let's go! Yeah, unfortunately, the thing is quite so. And I suspect... Actually, let's clear these 2 ambulances. So 2 ambulances are waiting to take people to hospital. So we're looking for a major trauma centre. So we've got Royal Infirmary of Edinburgh. And this is looking for cardiology, and we've got cardiology specialists at the Western. It's got more free spaces, so we're going to take him there. That's not cleared up any units, which is a tad depressing, but hey yo, whatever. You're 40 minutes away. Is there anything closer? Do you know what? Let's get the glass square ambulance to this, because this is just gonna get this one done quicker, and the quicker I can get things done, the quicker I can free up resources, which is gonna be like so much better. I've got a couple of units getting things. What's this? A breach of the peace. No, I don't. The police is one of the things that I definitely don't have enough units of. It's ambulances. So let's just have a quick manual scan and see. Overdose. Let's get an ambulance to that. Jumpstart parked car. These aren't emergencies, so I don't care about them. Okay, so I've done a manual scan of Edinburgh and things are legit. Let's look over east. There's nothing that requires ambulances. Let's start looking to the south. Risks, RTCs, fine. Is there any... Okay. Flooded street. I'm just looking for any medical emergencies that I might be able to answer at the minute. There's not many. There's RTCs that may or may not require ambulances. We'll investigate those in a minute. But there's no other medical emergencies that I can see. So let's now have a scan of the RTC. Actually, let's look at that. So there's a shortness of breath. I didn't see that one. That requires a PRU, so let's get that on the go. Where was it? Livingston, the one place I didn't really check. Okay, fine. So let's now look at some of the car crashes that were going on that have patients that have nobody going to them at the minute. So we're just going to have a look there. I've just got a really bloody itchy eye. Okay, so that's probably what I get for staring at the screen too long. So this one requires an ambulance as soon as it loads. Let's go. Okay. You need a doctor, but I assume no, there's no doctor on the way. Why is there no doctor on the way? Oh yeah, helm, right? Yeah, that's fine. So we'll be on the way soon. No patients. Patient. Right, let's get an emergency ambulance going to this. Okay, no patients. Double patients. Yikers. Where's this? This is down south, near the Borders General. So let's grab... Okay, let's grab 2 ambulances. I'm out of ambulances. Crud. Not good. Not good indeed. Also, come on, load. Let's go. Come on! I think I've broke it. I think I've got too many calls. Garage underwater. We do have another couple of things that do require ambulances. And an ambulance is just cleared. So let's go ahead and get this. Yeah, that just cleared. So let's get that going here. Burning roof. I don't have... It's going to take an hour to get there. Let's grab one of the doctors down. Because I don't have an awful lot of anything else. I could actually get some of the SORT units down, I suppose. That'd be fine, but they can't transport people on their own. Oh, hello. A whole bunch of oh, no. No, never mind. Okay, right. So, yeah, let's get some of the SORT stuff down. So what I would want here... Oh, it's not SORT, but it's closest of anything. We'll get a PRU unit down. That'll at least get the guy treated. Because the thing is, not everybody who gets treated needs to go to hospital. So sometimes, even by sending a unit that isn't qualified for the task at hand, either overqualified or underqualified, if they don't need to go to hospital, sometimes that unit being there can be enough. Not always, but sometimes. You need somebody to go to hospital, so let's get you on the go. Have you got much of anything else coming down? But we've got some stuff that's cleared. So you've got one police vehicle coming in, which is enough. You need a heavy rescue unit and 2 pumps. So that should now be enough for you to be completed. And, oh, I never actually did send you to hospital. There we go. So the closest hospital for you is Royal Infirmary of Edinburgh, 50 kilometres away. Yikers. So we'll just get that sorted, and we'll just... I'm right in saying that the event has stopped. There's no new calls coming in. Yes, okay, there's no new calls coming in. Fine. Cool. Oh, dear me. Look at that. Look at that. It's an absolute fucking clusterfuck. Oh, God. Yikes. That is what 143 calls looks like. Let's investigate this one that's saying that they request a doctor. It may be the doctor. Yeah, so we're sending the air ambulance. That's fine. Cool. Okay. You need an ambulance, so I think we have enough clear... shit, no we don't. Where is it? Is it in... It's in Paisley, so... Have I got any on code 7? Have I got any code 7ers? Yes, I do. Glasgow East. Okay, so code 7ers are people who are about to do a drop-off at hospital, so they're about to clear. So code 7ers, let's get them on the go. We've got some pumps starting to clear now. Oh, got an ambulance waiting to go to hospital, so let's just try and clear some of the units that we've got going now. So Royal Infirmary is the closest for you at 50 kilometres away, and that is now the accident and emergency department at the Edinburgh Royal Infirmary completely full. So, yikes. Okay. Fine. So, look at that. It's like veins, everything's flowing with the red of vehicles travelling everywhere on blue lights. The poor city doesn't quite know what's hit it, and then there's a shoplifting that thinks it's going to get any attention off of anything. What I do want to do is let's get up the RLC, specialist sets, RLC, mobilize to this. I can now commit to getting this one done. The oil spill I don't really care about. The kitchen fire I do care about, actually, so let's mobilize 2 pumps to this. Okay, tree on a roof, don't care about that, it's not really going to do anything. Like, I do care about it, but it's not... Oh, shit, what's this? HGV collision, yikers. Pump? I've only got 2, but it'll do. I'm getting people to it, and that's fine. So that's a priority 2, so yeah, I do want to deal with that one. Tree on overhead lines, that's fine. So what are you? So you're the one that required the environmental pod. Oh, and 2 doctors. Please tell me you have 2 doctors going. Also, why have you frozen? Why have you frozen? Why have you frozen? Why have you frozen? I also want to do quite a long episode, but it might not be possible if this keeps happening. Just because, yeah, it's not great. So we've got incident support unit. Yes, okay, that's fine. An environmental. So yes, I've got enough stuff coming. What I don't have is 2 doctors coming. So let me just look at Rettung, which is German for ambulance. What we want to consider is any priority response units. So we've got 1 from Peffer Mill and 1 from the hospital, which we can mobilize up to this. Perfect, that will be that. Okay, oh, actually we've got 2 things that could clear, so let's see what this brings. So, yeah, so here we go. But this only requires general internal treatment, so we can send this to any acute receiving hospital. The best one's probably going to be the St. John's. And the reason I do St. John's is because of stuff. This is a problem actually. So this one is way down in the borders on the east coast. So Edinburgh is by far the closest major trauma centre. But Glasgow's only one with space. Others have space but not the facilities to treat them, so that's a yikes moment. That ambulance is going to have to travel for nearly 2 hours to get the patient to hospital. This one's going to have to travel for over an hour to get the person to hospital. Yikers. You require a pump. Which I don't have. Go. Happy days. Happy days. Right, is there anything that's green? Literally anything at all that's green. You require a DLK. Do I have a DLK? DLK is German for a height appliance. I do. I have a turntable ladder, which means it's probably coming from the east coast, because I don't have any in the west coast at the moment. That's a heavy rescue unit. What? What? Oh no, it's got, yeah, okay, that's fine. Right, okay. So it is coming from the east coast, and it's at station, so it's going to take a long time to get there. Do I have anything at all that's green? Nope. Okay. Fine. Right. You're waiting to go to hospital. So let's grab... Oh no. Is it gone already? One? I'm confused. Okay. This one needs a pump, which I don't have again. So there we go. Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, I think we've probably done enough of Storm Ciara. I've got to the point where, even though I've not actually left the house during the entire time Storm Ciara's been going on, because I'm still recovering for surgery, so I'm not allowed to leave the house. I have now become as pissed off with it as everyone else in the country is. So it's royally shafted us sideways in Lichtstellenspiel.de. But this is the end of Storm Ciara special. Thank you very much for joining me in this kind of 2-part episode special of Lichtstellenspiel.de. Hopefully the next time something like this happens and I'm in a position to do it again, I'll have much more units around the map that will let me do stuff. And I look forward to when that day comes. But for just now, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching this episode, and I'll see you later. Bye!